Hello, and welcome back to my channel. So, I recently just got first place 2 times in a row at my locals with my updated purrely list, so I just wanted to showcase it off. So I think purrely is it's kind of a sleeper in this format. Like, it has some good matchups, but nothing like too crazy. I think it actually has a pretty decent tempi matchup, which is really nice, and it has a decent snake eye matchup. It's just decent in everything. So I think it's pretty well placed in this format, and no one's really siding for it. So yeah, I just want to showcase my list off and explain the changes I made. So I'm still playing the four cats. Basically, you're playing four because you want to maximize consistency and not brick on opening like multiples of these. This card is like really, you want to open this, but it's like fine at 2 because it's still not as good as opening like it's still not as good if you're opening like 2 of it. So you just want to play 2 so you have a chance of opening it, but you don't really need it in your opening hand. So it is the best normal summon though. Then still you gotta play all of them. I'm not gonna explain these. And the one trap. Yeah, you just need to max out on every one of them. Street's the best card in the deck. Helps you. It just basically beats the Snake Eyes end board, and yeah, as long as you compare it with like some decent engine. So now moving on to the non-engine. So for hand traps, I'm not playing a lot of hand traps, and you'll see why. But so I'm playing 3 Ash, 1 Effect Veiler, 1 Mourner, 1 Ogre, and then 3 Imperm. So I think Imperm's the best hand trap right now. It actually like can end a Snake Eyes turn more likely than an Ash will, and it doesn't play into talents and thrust, so I think it's just the best hand trap right now, which is why I decided to max it out. And then Ash is just generic and is good into, it's like okay in everything, so I just wanted to max out both of those, and then play the one-ofs, and you'll see why I'm playing the one-ofs in just a sec. Then I'm playing 3 Pot of Prosperity. So this card is like really good right now for purrely because you just want to maximize your consistency when you go first and be able to play through hand traps since it's a hand trap format. So like people aren't going to be like board breaking you. So you just want to be able to make sure you can play on your turn. And I thought this was the best way of ensuring you'll get combo, because I like tested it out without prosp and like all the hand traps in the world. I was playing like 18 hand traps and I just kept bricking. So I don't know, I would rather be more consistent going first, and with that, and like this also synergizes with the next card I'm going to show you, which is Dark Ruler. So these are both like basically you're playing 6 board breakers, but going first is doubles as engine. So I think this pot synergizes way better in this type of build where you can like search for your Dark Ruler or another card I was playing, talents. So you have like 7 board breakers when you go second, and then when you go first, talents is still okay. These aren't really good, but then having these 4 is just better in my opinion than having hand traps. I mean, there is an argument. So when you like set up your Noir, get your draws, you want to be seeing like hand traps so you can stop your opponent from playing. And yeah, that's kind of true. I found that like as long as you get like maybe 1 hand trap, which I play 6, like off your draws or something, like you're pretty secure. And now that you have Delicious, a lot of times you're just ending with 5 at Noir, but it wasn't made with the trap, so you can just like leave it on your field, and like you just can't like your opponent can't out it, so you can just sit on it and then win games that way with your recovery and everything. So yeah, that's why I was playing pot. I think it's too good to just pass up, and it helps with the consistency. And then, like I said, I want to be playing through as many hand traps as possible. So playing the 3 cross out, 1 called by, and then the 1 terraforming. So you got your 4th field spell, and then 4 like ways to play through hand traps. So yeah, so I went for consistency over trying to stop my opponent on their turn with a bunch of hand traps, because I kept like with the hand trap build, I would open like one engine and like 3 hand traps maybe, and then like some other card or whatever. And yes, like I could stop them with 3 hand traps, but one engine is just not enough to ensure, even if you get stopped, that you'll have plays on your next turn. Because like what I've been finding is when I go against like certain decks and I hand trap them, they still have like board presence. Unlike purrely, like purrely doesn't really set up a whole lot of board presence through hand traps, so it's just better for them. So like if I pass my turn and then they pass it back, but they have board presence, and I'm relying on a top deck, it's just a super unreliable and unrealistic way of playing the game. So yeah, that was my thought. And so moving on to the extra deck, nothing really changed here. Yeah, so I was playing still the one baby, of course, one plump. Only one. If you use your trap well, you make this turn 1 sometimes, or like you want to be making this turn 1, but it's sometimes you just can't. But you can still recycle it, and going second, you want to use this, and then you want to maybe use both of these if you can to set up like double noir. Which I've done a couple times. I like Dark Ruler my opponent, set up double noir. Even though I don't deal damage, no decks beating double noir. So yeah. Then the 2 beauty, 2 happy, 2 big boy, and then the 1 happiness. I'm only playing this for fun. It's not good. I never make it. And yeah, so that's all standard. Then the 1 slacker, 1 downer, 1 Zeus, 1 Typhon. It's all standard. Typhon wins you unwinnable games. And then Anima and SP. I've been doing this a whole lot. Like, if I get D-barrier, and I like SP is my main card, obviously. And lots of times, I got D-barriered by Tempai this weekend. And I set a normal summon, and then I had Delicious, and I protected it from being destroyed by battle, and he couldn't out it. So yeah, I won a game by that. And yeah, that's how you win through D-barrier. You shouldn't really win through D-barrier if your opponent's good, but yeah. Side deck, not really thought out, but it's just like, it's locals, so I don't really care too much. And yeah, I played the 3D barrier, or D-shifter, my fault. This card is good. I sided in, like, mainly for branded, so I don't get gimmicked. And I guess I can side in into Snake Eye, but normally I, like, don't. I just rely on my other cards, because sometimes it just hurts me too much to even think about siding in Snake Eye. And then I sided in against Voiceless, because it's pretty decent into there. But yeah, I thought it was good. 3 Inscription. This card's for going first. Now that summon limit's gone, you want to have like a floodgate for going first, and it's not like as toxic as some other floodgates, but it can ensure you won't die. I just didn't want to play like trap floodgates. I didn't really like them. I was testing skill drain out. You can definitely play skill drain. You just have to be aware that your only way to out it is with pretty memory being attached to your noir to send it for cost. But yeah, which is why like I was testing skill drain, and yeah, it's like insane. It's you need to have like street set up or pretty attached in order for you to like be safe under skill drain, because even though your opponent can't play, you also can't play. So you want to have a way to out it, and I didn't think that I had a reliable enough of a way to get rid of my skill drain. So that's why I wasn't playing it anymore. And then playing the 2 Lightning Storm, 1 Harpies. Yeah, back row, 2 Cosmic, just for back row. Yeah. And then I was playing 3 Strike. I mean, it's like, I kept doing this on their, against Tempai. I would set it, and then, like, I would activate it when they summon their 7, the Tempai 7, level 7 Synchro, and negate the summon. So, and what's cool about Strike is their, field spell also doesn't protect because they haven't hit the field yet. So you can just strike their summon, and it's actually really good. I like this. It's more fun than just playing like a floodgate trap, so I don't know. It's more interactive, and if you know how to time it well, it can be turn ending, so I really like it. And then the 1D rare for crossout, just so I don't get de-rared. Yeah, so that's it for the deck profile. If you have any suggestions, please leave them in the comments below, and thanks for watching.